The friend who Bridget says betrayed her for Mandy has been revealed.
Oh, that's her bestie now. They go out to happy hour. They hang out all the time. She's with my god kids all the time.
There's also nothing to share about my friendship with the person whose studio we used, who did our makeup, who has been literally my friend. Brittany was literally at Joe's studio and did all of our makeup for our promotional shoot, for our launch of this podcast. She does my makeup. She is my neighbor. Brit is an amazing, cool-ass bitch and businesswoman. Her and Bridget fell out because of their own reasons. And for whatever reason, Bridget felt like I should have also removed my friendship with this girl because they fell out. What? We aren't friends. You ain't friends with her. How are you? What?
That's right, y'all. If you have been paying attention to the escalating tensions between Bridget and Mandy, you would have seen her response to Mandy, in which she says that Mandy befriended someone who was her bestie and she had a falling out with. Now, a lot of people thought this was Antoinette from Around the Way Curls, but it just didn't make sense. Antoinette is a relative newcomer to the dynamic between Bridget and Mandy. However, if you've been looking at the comment section of Bridget's response to Mandy, the truth has been revealed. As that person, the friend that Bridget is talking about, left an essay shooting back at Bridget for outing her and trying to manipulate the situation. Now, in the interest of this person not being a public person, I'm just going to tell you, go look at the comment section and you will see who this person is. She left it publicly, which probably isn't the smartest idea. So I'm going to call her Jane Doe. We'll just call her Jane. I don't want to say her name. I'm aware of who she is. I know who she is. And I'm going to break down what she said, and I'm going to read it. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm letting you know right now that this is a long thesis. You could tell this girl went to college. You could tell she did at least 4 semesters, probably was an English major, and became a makeup artist. I'm just saying, it looked like she did a lot of essays in her time on this earth. All right, let's get to it. So Jane Doe essentially says, this is the ex-friend. This is now the 3rd time myself. My family have been referenced on the Blue and Bridget pod domain. I ended my friendship with Bridget of my own volition because she has been a terrible friend to me. Inconsiderate, manipulative, hater energy, and performative as bleep for 11 years. She's played the victim perpetually. She's actually self-absorbed and aloof to even think she's ever done anything wrong, even after people tell her word for word. And the best way she avoids accountability is her cycle of new friends. Mandy and I were cool since her and Bridget started with Joe. In fact, Mandy was always considerate of my time when booking me for glam, tagged me, supported me, LOL, which Bridget Kelly only started to do once she saw Mandy doing it, an opinion formed by many mutual friends. The laundry list is actually irrelevant, although it's a doozy, but the catalyst of our growing friendship was Bridget's engagement dinner, or what was supposed to be a post-marathon celebration Mandy and I planned for her. 'Cause duh, we were friends, planning something for our friend. Her man derailed the entire plan last minute, inconsiderate and in an extremely careless way. But since he ended the night with his proposal, we all had to suck it up. I was scattered, and we were left hanging at different locations all over the city during a marathon Sunday, and could not make it to the new venue. That didn't even have champagne glasses. The next day, I sent Bridget an apology dissertation text as to why I was so upset, and sent over a bottle of Dom P. Bridget Kelly argued me down about how she loved her engagement, no matter how unconventional and thrown together it was, then proceeded to say numerous times on See the Thing Is that she actually wished it had been done differently, and repeating the sentiments I shared with her that I felt went wrong. Go figure. Bridget is crying over our friendship every day because I'm actually not a mean girl. Because commenting all this, which is still giving hella grace, is out of my character and very low brow of me. But I now gladly accept the villain origin story because I've made every excuse in the book for her as long as I've known her. Swearing this is greater. Swearing there is a greater good in her. But to sit here and say Mandy and I are only hanging out together at her expense because we're mean girls is delusional. Her self-absorbed oblivion, single white female antics are why her and I aren't friends to begin with. Perspective for those that clearly only know Bridget the performer. Someone with such a kind heart, a good soul, and mouthful of words, yet somehow always ends up in a repeatedly low vibrational loop. Life cycle, career, and finances is maybe because it's them and not everyone else. Perspective. Say what you want about Mandy, but behind the scenes she did more than admin. Bridget Kelly would be in my workout classes with me missing scheduled work meetings and has said candidly she has no desire to work as hard as Mandy does. Let the red table talks and hear, because from afar it's all giving mean girl energy. These two met the last 2 years or so. Bridget Kelly got a tarot card reading. I know this because she tried to pyramid scheme me into it. And boom, besties. She flew to Malibu for Blue's birthday and took her to Nobu. The most Bridget has ever done for me on my birthday, if she was even around for one, was send me flowers because I no longer wanted to be her friend. I've also confronted Bridget Kelly on this, so this is not adding salt on their friendship. I actually am happy she found someone immensely fond of her to fill the void of our friendship. But having said please, nobody don't concern themselves with my friendship with Mandy. I enjoy people that are authentically who they are. These two reek of disingenuous opportunists. Blue let Bridget talk about me behind her paywall, and BK fumbled the words when I asked her about it directly. Then all of a sudden, out of thin air, not knowing Blue at all, but somehow conveniently after I challenged BK about who she was referencing on Blue's podcast episode, I only met Blue at said celebration Mandy and I put together, but spoke 0 words to each other because she was oddly betwixt BK and her man. Blue DM'd me, forcing a conversation out of some Golden Girls think piece she posted, which I left on read and unfollowed. I've asked, with contention in private, maybe now in public, will everyone leave me out of it? Bridget Kelly recently cried to a mutual member of Charlotte's Web that it makes so much sense that Mandy and I are friends because we're so generous and we're both a good time. But now that I've cut ties with Bridget, I'm getting lumped in with the temper tantrum that is this episode. No, I was always a great friend to Bridget when she was not a great friend to me. Note that the good times no longer outweigh the bad times, and I started to know my worth. Remove me from the outlines. Stop moderating anything else involving a droplet about me and mine, because you have no idea the insurmountable level of grace I've granted Bridget. Let us all be respectful, for real this time. Alright, y'all. That is, man, let's just say, that's Brit. Brit is Bridget's friend. She's the one who left this long essay about why she fell out with Bridget. And I gotta say, man, there's a lot of emotion in the room. I read that as I was reading that. I was like, man, it seems like Brit really wants to be cool with Bridget again. Or at least she thinks about her on the daily, man. Bridget, get your friend back, girl. Y'all love each other. Don't let the industry come between y'all. But I do think Brit outlined a lot of stuff that's interesting about Bridget. Essentially saying that, you know, she looks like a nice person, looks like a cool girl, but she keeps ending up in toxic situations. And I don't know if that's true, but I do know that she was the one who decided to click up with Mandy. And now is in another situation where she's doing a podcast who she seems to be co-owners with. And I'm going to be watching that one. I don't know how that one will end, y'all. Shout out to Blue and Bridget, but are they the new Mandy and Bridget? We will see. Also, did Brit bug out? This essay, as I was reading it, I was like, damn, this is long. To anybody who stood while I was reading it, I'm sorry. I just had to read the whole thing. This was a college essay. Like I said, you could tell this girl was going to class. She was probably writing poetry, doing poetry at the local college campus. And Brit apparently is a makeup artist. She's not like a fake makeup artist, you know, like the makeup artists at Sephora who act like they really doing stuff. She's like a real makeup artist. She's done work for a lot of celebrities. She gets paid for her time. And I guess she's known on the makeup scene. And man, she popped the trunk on Bridget. But what I got from this essay as I was reading it is y'all still want to be cool. Hopefully y'all get together. Mandy, you done took Bridget's friend. This is crazy, y'all. I'm knee deep in girl business, but I don't mind it because I find it entertaining. Alright, y'all. To recap, the friend that Mandy allegedly stole from Bridget is not Antoinette. It is this young lady, Brit. And she's a makeup artist. And she decided to leave that comment, man. She went public with it. I would not have shared it had she not went public with it. I got more content coming about See the Thing Is. I'm going to be doing an episode recap about an episode where it looked like the end of See the Thing Is was coming. And it was from a year ago. Alright, y'all. Follow me on Twitter, The Stop TV. Follow me on Instagram, The Stop TV. This is Danny from The Stop. Peace.